We're just getting the stream going. Oh yeah, I know you love the when I go bum bum bum, make those mouth noises. Hello and welcome. I'm your host elizibar. Let me pull the stream up here on the YouTubes, also known as the tubes of you. That sounds gross. Forget that I said that. Forget that I said that at all. Okay, need to adjust the camera a little bit here. That's okay. So you're gonna get some bouncy, jiggly stuff a little bit as I kinda redo this just a bit. At a funny angle. Does it need to turn this way? Nope, I made it worse. Alright, let's turn that way then. A little more. A little more. Pro level strategy. Alright, I'm not going to touch the camera anymore so that it hopefully stops bouncing stuff around like that. But thank you for coming if you're here. Thank you for watching later if you're watching later. I'm going to just tweet that I'm doing this thing and then we'll get started. I think that tweet looks okay. All right, cool though. This is thing number one. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm just gonna unpackaroo the bookaroos here. Let's see, make sure these receipts will make it through. And I sadly can't show you the inscription in this book because it has my real name in it. But we will get to that. Boy, that's a lot of books. When Alternative Comics prints, man, it's a lot of books. Okay, and this is a big paper bag can go down in my I might need those paper bags collection. Cool. We got all kinds of stuff here, man. All kinds. Where to start? At the beginning. Where else would you start? Am I right? I feel like I should probably actually say no, that's stupid, and arrange these books in a way that makes sense. So let's lay them all out here. So I got all kinds of stuff in this. Let's see, my shop man got me a Fearscape number 2, which means I can finally read this Fearscape number 3 that I have had sitting here ready to read for like a month now. I think issue 4 is getting ready to drop. I got a Sparrowhawk number 4 here as well. I found a Sparrowhawk number 3 to read before it. Oh, life is good. Life is good. But, well, we haven't gotten to the Sparrowhawk yet. Let's see. From the 50-cent bin for free, I got this Extreme book. Maximage, Extreme Destroyer, Part 2 of 9. I have no idea what's going on there. And I'm probably never going to take these out of the poly bags. Tyvek, Indestructible cover. You think that cover's really indestructible? Like, are they talking the plastic bag, or are they talking the actual book cover? Because it's probably just paper, right? Oh, that might be like insulation, like fiberglass. That's the only part that's exposed. There's like a little circle right there. Anyway, I saw this Continuity Comics. I own one Continuity comic. And seeing this, I got that just because it was a continuity book. And then I had this thing for just picking up manga sold as comic books. I have no idea what this series is or what's going on. What are you doing, Hino Komoto? Oh, we got some like high drama and stuff. I was really scared. I kind of want to see what's in these books, but I also don't want to take them out of their poly bags. So I guess we'll see. This This is the last issue of Livewire I'm going to buy unless this one is great. If this one is great, I'll put it on my pull. But so far, it's went from bad to okay. So it's on an upward trend. So I'm hoping number 4 is going to be that way. You know what? I should just pull my shop man to just shove the next couple issues of Marvel's Annotated in my box. I'm probably going to end up buying them anyway. And I'd like to save that 10% off. Then we got the mess of alternative books. Oh, my Eden totally got crimped in shipping. Yeah, the top's messed up too. Sean, you sold me this crap. Well, it's newsprint. Comic books are meant to be read, right? So they're going to get beat up like that. And now, is this one uncut pages like the one I got bagged already? No, this one is the way it's supposed to be. I got one of these in the mail from Peter Samedi, and half the pages on the top were uncut. So I got that bagged up. I didn't tear the pages or anything. It's just kind of cool. Jeez, there's so much crap here. We can push the stuff up a little bit and maybe kind of spread this out. Like I got room over here to put things. So let's maybe put all the alternative books in kind of a stack of their own over here. So we can move that up a little bit. I'd at least like to have a little section of every cover be visible here. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I don't think that's going to happen at all. There's too many books. There's absolutely just too dang many books here. Batman Who Laughs, Grim Knight #1. That is a pretty cool cover. He looks like a bad dude, you know? Justice League Dark #9. And then from Westfield Comics. Yeah, this was all from Graham Cracker Comics right here. Not that it costs very much. Those alternative books are so dang cheap. Man, look at this wasted space right here. I should have pulled that one up, and then we can... whatever. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to tell what any of these books are. Got Soulfire. I bought this because it's an Aspen Visions book, not because I like Soulfire. But I want to know what's going on, and Blake Northcott wrote it, so I know it's going to be pretty good. I kind of like the way it looks already. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty. That's absolutely pretty. What else we got here? If this is great, I'm going to keep buying these and put them on my pull. If it's not great, I'm just going to be like, yeah, screw that. The other cover for Justice League Dark. And of course, the comic shop news. Not that anybody really cares. And then we can kind of just sneak this in on the side, maybe. And the thing I got signed at the signing, well, I bought at the signing, Rebirth of the Gangster, Act 2. You might remember from previous videos and stuff, I totally have Act 1 signed. CJ Standel seemed like a cool guy. We took a picture together. If you want to know what I look like, you can just go creepily look on Twitter. Ooh. Boy, where do I start? Where do I start? Let's get these alternative books out of here. We've kind of showed these off. At least I think I showed these off when I got them in the mail. Yeah, let's organize. Organization is important. We'll take the Fearscape out too, and Sparrowhawk will take out as well. And we'll put these dudes in a stack, and we'll look at these first. This is a lot of books. All right, let's open this up. Let's open this up and let's see if in the middle we have like a multi-page text spread with a little chibi art. We do not. That's a good sign. And the David Bowie XP totally looks like David Bowie. Not sure what's going on here. Man, this art sometimes I really like it. It was the same way in the previous issue. Like sometimes I really like the way it looked. Like I love the emotional energy she carries in that little pose. It's not like super detailed, but it's there. The artist here has a way with faces, and that's actually the end of the issue. Okay, has a way with faces, and they turn out like very expressive without a whole lot of line work. It's pretty cool. So I'm trying to work with limited camera space, limited desk space, because while the stack of books that normally is here has been kind of consolidated and thinned out a little bit, there's still not a lot of room right here. You know, let me get this Wicked Righteous button off of my desk. This thing has been on my desk for like a week. There we go. It is now laying on a piece of bubble wrap that's on top of a box. Because why not have bubble wrap on top of a box, right? Anyway, this could be kind of interesting. Like, the previous issues were kind of interesting. Like, it's just interesting and different enough that it makes me want to keep reading it, but I'm not sure it's great, you know? That's kind of how I feel. Let's scoot that over a little bit. Kind of scooch him in. Maybe a little something like that. Yeah. Now we're kind of like centered in the field of view. So we already flipped through this really pretty looking book. That really old style, that 1920s, like roaring 20s kind of look, and they got gangsters and stuff. Like, that's kind of cool. I gotta admit, I don't think I have read a comic actually set in that period. I'm trying to think back, like, did Shadow Man spend an issue in that time period? I think it was in the 50s. And then they jumped back to like the 1880s or something, or 1840s. Yeah, no, I think this might be the first time I've read a comic book actually set in like the Roaring Twenties type stuff. We got Justice League Dark, both covers. I'm a sucker for multiple covers when it comes to some books, and this is one of them. This cover is way cooler. I'm not gonna lie. This is just like some random bit of art that somebody put together. Although I do like the fact that Man-Bat has a revolver. You think Detective Chimp would have a revolver? Why does Man-Bat need that? He's superhumanly strong. He can fly. Like, why does he need a gun? I guess against the stuff they're fighting, a gun would actually be useless. But so Etrigon's gonna bite it. Got the Lords of Order. Oh no, that is a cool page. And we flip over from this coolness, Detective Chimp with the glowing sword, to an advertisement for something nobody actually wanted. I think on that cue, I'm just going to go pick up my drink. Just my shop man is of the opinion that Superman's pretty good. I don't know. I flipped through a couple and they don't do a thing for me. What? No unicorn this time? Cersei. I know. It's the end of the world. Come on in. Have a drink. What is going on? Oh, the Lords of Order are getting ready to wreck every... Oh. It's another advertisement. Okay, well, it's another advertisement. It's another advertisement. Oh my god. Hey, look! It's not another advertisement. What a surprise. Oh, I'm really looking forward to digging into Justice League Dark. I think it's going to be awfully fun. Things have been spiraling so far out of control in the DC universe. I can't wait to see what happens. I didn't even look to see if there was like a regular cover for this. I saw this cover and I was like, I'm done. I don't need another cover. Look at this thing. This is the picture Like, as a kid, what I wanted to see. Look at Batman with 1, 2, 3. Is that a pistol? No, that's not a pistol. Is that a grenade? Stick grenade? Whatever. Batman's got a bunch of guns. He's got a sword. He's got a knife. Oh, this is the Batman of my childhood. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's true. Sorry for the sniffle. I was just looking on Twitter to see if anybody had said they were going to be coming. But don't look like it. All right, well, I guess we're just doing this live then. Whatever's happening is the haps, right? You ready to open this up? I'm ready to open it up. I don't think I can wait. A grim night in Gotham. Oh, it's the origin story again. Bruce had barely seen the man moving through the dark, barely understood why his father stepped out in front of them, until the loudest noise he had ever heard ripped his life away and time seemed to freeze, to stretch into eternity. He thought he would be trapped in that moment forever, and perhaps on another world. He would have been. But no, not on this world. On this world, he heard an audible stumble in the dark, and the clatter of hot metal against the ground. Where did those pearls go? Run, kid, run. You hear me, kid? Scram. No, whispers the teenager. What is he like? Actually, he's probably like, what, 12? Whatever. No, whispers the adolescent. I thought about going to C2E2, but I decided I couldn't really. What's the right way to put it? I couldn't spare the time. Like, I just couldn't make it that weekend. Like 3 days, even one day, the trip to Chicago and back. It kind of snuck up on me. For whatever reason, I thought it wasn't going to be until like April or something. So I didn't make any arrangements and, whatever. What do you think you're doing? Says the thug. Bleep, says the thug, as young Bruce Wayne picks up the pistol, looks at it. Kid, you don't have to. Shut up and die. Blam, blam, blam. Oh, revenge fantasy, baby. Let's see, they got James Gordon here, right? That's what's going on. We're picking right up from the Batman Who Laughs, it looks like. Something larger than all of that and far more deadly. Yes, Father. He needed more than guns, the knives, the bullets. Ooh. That's where he got the bat. Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading that. I think it's going to be fun. Alright, yeah, Marvel's annotated. You knew I was going to buy this even before I did. Let's just be honest. I didn't particularly like the first one, but I feel like this is something I should read. So, I'm probably going to buy them all. And the annotations, the back matter in the previous one was pretty cool. Very educational. So I'm trying to get together some stuff, some material to learn from. To kind of get the writing craft, I guess, down. So I'm looking for different writers' takes on this stuff. Like I got this Mr. Miracle Director's Cut. I keep it out here on my desk because looking at all the process stuff, the script, like all that kind of thing, is kind of helping me learn comics, to appreciate them, to learn how the craft is done, how the writing is done, how the process works. So that's the other thing is I should probably read Marvels, and number 2, it's educational. Like I said earlier in the stream, Livewire, number 4. This is probably the last one I am gonna buy unless this one is really good. Like, if it's just okay, we're done for. Alright, so that guy, if I remember right, he she has a thing in her brain that feeds off of the power of her brain, and it won't stop until she's dead. And this guy is draining the life out of her. So I'm guessing he shuts the thing down. Yeah, see? See? That's what it's all about. I knew that's what this issue was going to be about. I predicted in my mind, I don't think I said it in the video when I was reviewing number 3, but I knew what number 4 was going to look like. 50-cent bin stuff. I'm a sucker for all these manga that are published in comic form. This one says for mature readers, but just flipping it open, I didn't see anything that suggested it needed to be that way. The art reminds me of her especially. It reminds me of like Golden Boy. Takeshi Takabayashi. Ooh, that's a heck of a name. Let's look him up. Takeshi Takaba. There he is. Or her. I don't want to assume the gender. Or you could not serve me a Wikipedia page when I want one. There he is. That's totally not the person I wanted. Okay. Okay, description, Japanese mangaka. Good. Do you have any? No. This dude has no Wikipedia page? What? Okay. And if I go to his Comic Vine page, he's just got Maxion. This series... Oh, is this Maxion? I thought this said like Maven or something. I guess it's Maxion. Okay, this is like the only thing this guy's done? I guess so. Huh. Golden Boy is by Tatsuya Egawa. Okay, so even though some of the style kind of looked the same, at least I've only seen the Golden Boy anime, look kind of the same, not related at all. Okay. And then you got these two bagged from the 50-cent bin, man. Huh? And they're probably going to stay bagged forever, even though I want to flip them open and look at them. I want to get this card out of here. But I don't want to take them out of their bag. So one day I'll have to find like another issue, another copy of this thing that's not bagged. Jeez, look at this. Here's one stack. There's one big stack of comic books. How many books did I buy this? Well, Alterna, 7 comic books. Here's the other stack, which is mostly Alterna. In fact, we'll look at Sparrowhawk and Fearscape last. So let me put those over there. And beat up Eden number 4. Doesn't bother me too much. Please don't spoil anything. I just want to see cool art. Dude, look at that thing. Look at the coloring. It's great. This newsprint stuff that they do, they figured out like the secret to coloring on this product, and they have just done a bang-up job of it. I feel like I don't really need to go through these because I'm sure I've looked at these already. Actual aliens. I was abducted, like, up into a UFO. They zapped me up into their ship on Moss Road at Wilkins. I was sedated. I couldn't move it. I was, like, still awake. They probed me, violated me. Whatever happened, I can tell. It's been horrible. We'll go to the hospital, then the cops. You don't believe me, Anna. Dad would have believed me. Anna, Dad starved for a post-apocalyptic future. I don't think. Pfft, what are cops gonna do? Oh, she's speaking alien. Look out. She's speaking alien. Me and anthology books, we have a love-hate relationship. I love them and I hate them. Sadly, this one's Not a misprint like the other one I own. That's sadly all Scrimshaw. I already reviewed that. I still got to review this one. I think I still got to review this one. I got to read this one, but I don't want to read this until after I read that. Oh my god, I have multiple stacks of books laying around my room. I'm an addict. I'm a comic book addict. I need to break this. I'm spending way too much money. Anyway, the little Alterna trade, I want to reread this before I read the new series. So I got to find some time this weekend to do that, to make that happen. Okay, Sparrowhawk 3. Now, I got... And I'm sure we flipped through that in a previous week, a previous New Comic Book Day video. So let's flip through 3. Because I remember I flipped through this and I didn't know what was going on. And I didn't know what was going on because I hadn't read this. Look at this art, man. It's fluid. The colors pop. It's gorgeous. Like, I guess you can go, yeah, but the anatomy or whatever, but I don't really care. It's just pretty. It's very loose. I'd call it like a very European, kind of Franco-Belgian kind of style. I don't know if this artist is from that school. In fact, I'll go look him up right now. Illustrated by Matthias Basla? Basla? I found his Instagram and his Blogspot blog, which is in Spanish. Does he not have, I guess he doesn't have like a Wikipedia or something that will tell me all about him. Matthias Basla, Matthias Carl Payden, oh, okay, is a Swedish actor. That's not the right person. Matthias Barbosa, that's not the right person. Goodreads.com. Okay, apparently I'm just not going to learn anything about this person. Oh, and Instagram is still down, so I can't look at that. But his art blog. I'm looking at this, scrolling down, I'm looking. Oh, he's got a lot of pretty art. Pretty sure the little bits of language I see here are in Spanish. Yeah, that's what it says when I translate it. Always translate Spanish. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I would say it's definitely got some influence. Really like it. Look at this. This is just crazy looking. It is absolutely insane-a-bob. If you don't know what that means, that's fine, because I don't know what insane-a-bob means either. You know, my old horse Traveler loved sugar too. Oh, don't be feeding those sugar cubes to horses. They get hooked, man. They get addicted. Oh, and then there's the big boar thing. I remember seeing the big boar at the start of issue 4. Let's just get that out and look at it. I had it bagged up to protect it, even though I hadn't read it yet. Usually I just leave my comic books unbagged until I read them. Which I guess maybe is bad practice for preserving them. But see, we start with that boar thing here. That's what confused me in the last one. I was like, did they fight and kill a monster? Oh, look at this! What on earth am I even looking at? What am I looking at? It's amazing is what I'm looking at. Alright, we'll put those over here. And we got next issue of Fearscape. Well, the next issue of Fearscape for me to read. It's just the second one. I got the third one right here. Haven't read it. Was waiting on this one. Because somehow Diamond messed up and my shop didn't get the stuff they were supposed to that week. Diamond messes up a lot. Okay. let's stop. Let's time out for a second and just step back from the ledge. Let's say you're a company and or you run a company, because you personally may not be an entire corporation. But let's say you're a fairly large company. You do, I don't know, what are comic book sales every year? You do a couple $100 million in business every year. That's pretty good. You're a pretty good sized company. Like, granted, your expenses, probably like a quarter of that money goes back to the publishers. You probably lose a quarter of it to taxes and ongoing expenses of that kind of financial nature, paying off debt, that kind of thing. You probably spend another quarter to like 40% on your operating expenses, personnel, technology, that kind of stuff, leaving you with like a pretty thin margin of a couple $1,000,000 of potential profit. Now, let's say you're that company and you've got 2,000 customers that you sell books to, and you've got like 100 vendors that you purchase them from. Now, it's in your interest as a company to make the transfer of the things from group 1 to group 2, I don't know why I'm pointing at my comic book, as seamless as possible. If you can't do that, someone is going to come along and they're going to eat your lunch. You know what? It's a good thing we got alternative books right here. You want to know who is starting to eat Diamond's lunch? It's the publisher of this company. I think Peter Samedi said a couple weeks ago that they're doing more business selling right to consumers. Not that he's making more profit. Literally, he's doing more business volume selling to customers from his Etsy store than he is going through Diamond. Now, I get it both ways. I buy these through Diamond from my comic book store, and I also buy from Peter Samedi direct. So I see both sides. The books are so cheap, I don't mind. Like, that's fine with me. That is absolutely okay. But Diamond delayed these 2 weeks. Weren't they supposed to come out like at the end of February and not even in March? Am I remembering this right? Does anybody know for sure? I'm looking here. Weren't they supposed to come out on the 27th? I think they were originally. And then like a month ago, Diamond bumped them to the start of March. And then like 2 weeks ago, Peter Smith's like, no, they bumped them again. If you can't treat your supplier decently, not even like treating them well, just treating them decently by actually selling their product when you're supposed to. And maybe the fault's not Diamond's, maybe the fault is the shipper, the printing plant didn't get the books to Diamond in time or something, but there's no communication at all. There's absolutely no communication. And now, as a customer, I didn't get this book. And I didn't get this book, even though they're both on my pull list in my comic book shop. I did not receive them because the weeks that these were supposed to come in, my shop man did not have my books. Like, he had some books, but I went in there and he had like 30 copies of something he didn't think he could sell more than like 5 of. I don't remember what it was. This was a few months ago now. But he had like 30 copies of... Crap, what was it? But he didn't get his Immortal Hulks, was the point. Like, he had ordered 30 copies of Immortal Hulk because he knew he could sell them. And by selling them, he makes money. By making money, he gets paid. The store stays in business. Diamond sells more books. The publisher sells more books. You build trust and loyalty in your fan base. And I'm harping on that customer service thing again. My shop man, it took him weeks to track down a Fearscape number 2. He works for a giant comic book store chain, Graham Crackers Comics. Like, they have a lot of books. It still took him a while to actually get hold of one of these. He didn't even get hold of one of these Sparrowhawks. I'll probably have to tell him, dude, I don't need that Sparrowhawk anymore. I found a copy, so you don't need to track down Sparrowhawk number 3 for me. But that's the kind of lunacy in the comic book industry. Diamond's one purpose is facilitating the transfer of this item from the publisher to the store. And then once it's at the store, it's the store's job to take the book and go, hey, Dr. Elizibar, how would you like a copy of this book? It can be yours for the low cover price of $3.99. Why, thank you, store. Fearscape interests me somewhat. Therefore, I shall, in fact, purchase Fearscape and begin reading it. Here, have my $3.99 plus sales tax, and I will take this and leave your store. Like, that's how that's supposed to work. And Diamond screws it up. Now, I'm not meaning to diminish the difficulty of the kind of task that Diamond has. Because Diamond has one of the hardest jobs. They have one of the hardest tasks in the entire world. It's a thing that the military spends so much money, so many personnel on. It's called logistics, literally moving things from point A to B. But when you're a distributor, that is your job. That is your sole purpose. And they can't even do it reliably. You need a better than 99% hit rate. You need 5 nines, man. In all the comic book stores, let's say there's 2,000 stores. Hold on, let's do some math. Let's do some quick math. And I'll tell you what their failure rate should be. So we want to get to 5 nines of accuracy. All right. I don't want to stick my note on my book. I know the sticky note won't actually leave a trace because the glue's so weak, but I don't want to stick my book. So you want to get to here. This is your end goal. 5 nines of accuracy. All right. So let's just, we'll do this like a Fermi problem. We have 20, that's wishful thinking. We have 2,000 stores. Each store every week orders, how many books do you think is typical for a store every week? Let's just pull a number out of our hat. You know what? Let's forget the number of books. It doesn't really matter. It's the number of shipments that matter. The number of books kind of matters, but not to the same extent. So, in every store, every week gets 1 shipment per store per week. All right, you with me so far? You with me so far? So now if we're shipping 1 shipment per store per week, so we multiply this together and we get 2,000 shipments per week. Okay? Well, we also know there are 52 weeks in a year. Okay? You with me so far? So quick back of the envelope math here. Let's see, multiply by 10. That's 20,000. So that's 100K shipments a year. If you have 100K shipments a year and you want to get to 5 nines accuracy, you're looking at, I don't want to do this math off like actual, but I guess we will. It'll be pretty easy, won't it? Let's see, zeros times everything. So we're going to go, let's see, be like 5 zeros, whatever. Oh my God. Here, I'll tell you the answer. You get 1 shipment error per year. That's what that comes down to. I might be off by, it might be 10. But the point is, 1 store probably should not see. Let's just check this. Yeah, whatever. It's close enough to 1. It's like an uptime percentage. You need to be up 5 nines at a time. It boils down to you get 1 mess up a year at that scale. 1 across your entire customer base. Having 2 mess ups a year, having 3, having 5. How many stores have had problems getting their books, the books they've ordered, the books that they need to sell to stay open? How many of those stores have had their shipments screwed up by Diamond? I don't know. Wait, I'm doing the math wrong. I shouldn't multiply by 9s. I should have multiplied by the 0.001. So hold on. Let's see. That's 5/9. So that's 0.00. Oh my gosh. Decimal. 3, 4, 1. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm typoing. You know, I have a math degree, by the way, and a physics degree, both of which equip me very well to solve exactly this sort of problem. And here I am just flubbing it. Yeah, that's one mess up a year out of all those shipments. Now, you can quibble over like the exact numbers that went into that, but the point is, if there were double the stores, or stores were getting 2 shipments a week or whatever, like, that doesn't matter. This is an order of magnitude calculation. You get single-digit mess-ups across your entire customer base per year. If you mess up more than that, you're doing it wrong. Now, maybe they go, no, we're only going for 4 9s. Okay, that's still only 10 mess-ups across 2,000 stores and 52 weeks a year. One store having 2 mess-ups in a 12-month period is a sign that your processes are broken, and you need to go back and re-examine the processes, re-examine the technology, find the failure points, fix the processes, and then you go back and you take what you've learned and you get better. You become more efficient, you become more robust, you sell more books more reliably to more people. And Diamond doesn't want to do that. Or they can't do that. Maybe they can't do that. Like, that's a possibility. A lot of times when people talk about how Diamond is bad, you know, they're looking at Diamond and they're going, oh yeah, you know, Diamond does this terrible thing, they do that terrible thing. They may not have a choice. Diamond may not actually have a choice in the matter. It is entirely possible that Diamond isn't just unwilling to do stuff. They're actually unable to do stuff because they don't have the resources to do what I described, to do that look at their processes, to do that analysis. It's hard. I don't want you to think that doing that kind of thing is easy, because it's not easy. Examining your processes, finding what you're doing wrong, those things are hard. I do them in my day job sometimes, and I don't ever like seeing the results of that work, because it makes me feel bad. But in a business, personal feelings have absolutely no place in your daily operations. If you feel bad, oh well, too bad for you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how you feel. What they care about is the end result. Oh man, this sparrowhawk just will not stay. What if I pull this over a little more? Come on. Good enough. Nobody cares how you feel. They want what they ordered. The customer wants to buy the book they want. The store wants to sell the customer what they want, which means the store needs you to ship them what the store ordered, which is hopefully what the customer wanted. You, the distributor, need to facilitate the purchase of books and the movement of them to where they're supposed to go. If you're the distributor and you buy 1,000 copies of In Case You Missed It number 2 to meet the demand of your orders, which I don't know if that's an accurate number, maybe it's 500, maybe it's 700, who knows? But you've ordered that many, and you've got sales for that many, your priority should be to take those books out of your warehouse, put them in the right boxes, and get them out the door so that people can get their hands on them. It's just customer service. It's business. It's good business. This is how this is supposed to work. You want something, you buy something. You know someone wants to buy something, you order something. You know the store ordered something, so you get it from the publisher, and distribute it to them. So you distribute something. And the publisher hopefully is making books that people want to exchange for money. Man, I got off on a rant and I gave myself a headache in the process. That's not good. That's not good. I don't want to have a headache. Look at this mess. What am I doing with this many books? I need to stop buying comics. At least for a little while. Oh, we haven't even looked at this, man. Rebirth of the Gangster. I'm going to open it up and look at the inscription and make sure I'm not doxing myself. Let's see. Oh, cool. He just says my name. So I'm going to use this convenient sticky note from review the other night to cover my name up. That doesn't do a very good job of covering my name up. I'm going to just put this entire thing on here and cover it up. Thanks for following me on Twitter and keeping me in line for these signings. I hope you enjoyed as much as Act 1. CJ Standel. He seems like a pretty cool guy. Like, he's nice enough. He definitely has that. I don't know if he teaches high school or middle school. I should probably look because he was talking about that on Twitter. But he's a teacher in his day job. And he definitely kind of looks like it. There's a picture of us together on his Twitter page. I retweeted it. So if you're on Twitter, you can look that up. Not that what I look like is, a secret or anything. I'm just kind of flipping through to make sure there's nothing bad to show you in here so I don't accidentally open this up to something that makes me delete the stream. No, it looks okay. The art is the same artist as in the previous volumes, and I hope the writing is the same quality. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to do a review of this. I probably will because I review a lot of stuff, but reviewing a graphic novel, a trade paperback, that kind of situation, there's so much it becomes difficult for me to talk about. And it looks like this is full of betrayals, people stabbing each other in the back. I'm looking forward to actually cracking this open and reading it. I'll probably read it over the weekend. A book this thick is going to need more than 15 minutes like it would take a lot of these books over here to read. And comic shop news. Let's look at that real quick. Anyway, I'm super glad I bought this Westfield Comics. That's where he did his signing. You can follow him on Twitter. Hold on, I got his business card. I have lost my notebook. Oh, there it is. So I got his business card in here. Let me see if I can show you that without doxing somebody who I have their personal address for in here. No, I don't think I can show you that without doxing a bunch of people like Patrick Trahey, because that might actually be his home address. Anyway, CJ Standel's Twitter is just at CJ_Standel. Standel's STANDAL. You should check him out. He's pretty good writing in this. I think he teaches English. Let's see. Does he have his social media in here? Oh, here. This will work. Visit cjstandelproductions.com. You can check him out if you want to. I'm really getting a headache, so I'm going to have to cut this off here in a minute. Fortunately, nobody is in the chat talking. I don't even know how many viewers I got. Probably got a couple. Get ready for some 2-bit villainy. Oh yeah, it's the Year of the Villain. Year of the Villain is the must read. I was on my shop, man. I'm like, hey man, hook me up with that Year of the Villain stuff. And he's like, dude, we don't even know how many books there's going to be. So I guess we'll out. I'm actually kind of hype. I'm kind of looking forward to this. It sounds crazy. It looks crazy. Look at that, man. You want to mess with that crew? I don't think so. I don't think so. All of that Doomsday cover. When's it coming out? 6 months from now? The truth behind Rebirth is revealed in Doomsday Clock 11 as Batman searches for the one person he believes can save the world. Rorschach. Oh, wow. Oh, so Doomsday Clock is going to explain DC Rebirth? Okay. Disney Dracula, starring a Mickey Mouse. It's a me, Dracula. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. Oh my gosh, the art in that Minecraft comic looks abysmal. That's like webcomic tier. CalArts, man. People should never have let CalArts style infiltrate animation, infiltrate comics. It's helping to accelerate the destruction of these once noble media. Yeah, I don't really. Oh, Superman Leviathan Rising Special #1. Man, I'm gonna have to get in. Oh, look at the silencer cover. What is even going on here? Somebody's blowing smoke at their finger like they used a finger gun to kill the silencer. Oh, hype. Hype, hype, hype. Hype level critical. But I'm going to let you go because I'm not feeling very well all of a sudden. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. After YouTube finishes processing this as a video, I'll try to add some things to click over here and maybe over here too. I'll add like the social media stuff in the description below and all that. And you should check all that stuff out. I'll see you next time. I really feel bad. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, man. I'm not kidding. In the last, 5 minutes, I've started feeling terrible. My head's getting worse. This sucks. This sucks a lot. Bye-bye. Seriously, bye-bye. I'm not kidding.